Welcome guys, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to work on laravel job batching. So we are going to use the queue system, and what we are going to do behind the application, user will be able to use application, and in the background we will get the records from a CSV file and store in the database. You can have n number of records. So in this video I will show you 5 million records storing in the database. You can see here I have a database where I recently stored the 5 million records here, and let's see an example here. For quick show, I'm going to call 100k records for now, and I'm simply going to click open, and when I hit here submit, it is going to start its process. Now when it starts its process, it's going to give us the progress as well. So here you can see it's 10% complete. If I go to home page now and then I go to progress page now, it is going to continue because it's happening in the background. It's not going to get affected. You can go to any page and go back to the progress page. It's going to load the progress where it is currently going on, because the application is not getting disturbed. It is happening in the background and it's keep on adding the records. So if I go here now and if I hit this, you can see that the records are changing here. So it's keep on adding these records there. And that is what, if I go to home page and then I do this, it's keep on adding. So let's see how we can do this and how we can add the records like this in the background using Vue.js and laravel. Alright guys, so I have few pages open here, and first is the laravel queue. And then I have this page where you can download the CSV files for your project and practice. You can see there are up to 5 million records you can download here. Then we have Bootstrap, so we will be using Bootstrap in this application. It's from Bootstrap. Now also I have GitHub Axios, so we will be using this to deal with the HTTP requests. So to start with, first of all, what we need to do, we need to create a project. So I'm going to open the terminal, cd desktop. Alright, I clear the screen. All the links are in the description. Here I have the laravel installation, and for that we need to run this composer command. So I'm just going to copy this command from here. I'm going to go to our terminal, and here I'm going to give this application a name. So I'm just going to call it laravel. Alright, and I'm just gonna hit the return, so it creates a folder and gets all the files. So already we have our project created on desktop. So after that, once it is complete, we will go inside it and we need to run PHP artisan serve. So I'm just gonna copy this and let's see if it is done. Yeah, it is done. So here I say cd laravel. Now here I say PHP artisan serve, and it is going to start the development server for us. You can see it's already running now. So if I go back here and I'm just gonna paste this, so we have our brand new laravel application up here. So now let's work with this application so that we can have all the things working. Now for the code editor, we are going to use Visual Studio in this video. So I'm gonna open the project in this one. Now here, if I go to .env file, we need to say we have a database named laravel. So I just say _app, and username is root and password is there's no password. So now if I go to localhost /php myadmin, and here we don't have that database, so we need to create one. So we say laravel _app. Alright, and we just need to create it. So now it's here and we are all fine. Now I'm going to go back to the text editor and make sure that the name is exactly the same. Okay, now we have the add debug true so that we can see the errors. And now if I go to routes, we have web.php where we have a single route which is responsible for this page. I'm going to change it to home, and as I'm changing home here, I need to change the file name because it is powering from the view folder, and there is a view file welcome.blade. So this name should match. So I'm going to rename this as well. So it's going to be home. Alright, that's it. Now if I go here and refresh, everything should be working just fine. Now we need to clear our page here. So what I do, I simply go back to text editor. Here I'm gonna go in this home.blade, and here inside the body, everything whatever we have, I'm going to delete it straight away because we don't need it. I create a div with the class of container because we will be using the Bootstrap, so this is going to be useful. Now also we need to get the CDN for Bootstrap, so for that what I do, simply get the CDNs here on Google and Bootstrap CDN. So I don't know why it's not copying. I'm just going to copy here within our file. So here I'm going to paste it right there. Alright, so we have Bootstrap there. Now if I go back to our page, it should be white because we don't have anything. So let's add something so that at least we can see. So I simply say here home for now. Alright, so refresh, we have home. If I go to the website Bootswatch, you see this, you can select the theme, and we are selecting Minty, and then you come to this page. So we need the navigation, and when you like something, you want to use the component, just go and click on here, you'll get the code. So I'm just going to copy this code from here. As we already added the Bootstrap, it's going to work now. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here and we're going to create a component, or Laravel component. So for that, in view directory, I'm going to create a folder with the name of components. Alright, and inside this components we are going to create a new component. I'm going to call it header.blade.php, and I'm going to paste this navigation there. The reason is we're going to call this header on multiple pages, and we will make changes only in this file, and it will reflect on every page. So we can include a component just by calling it. So I'm going to call here on the start of body, I'm going to call it, it's going to be add component, and you can notice the syntax is like this. You have add component and then end component. And here inside you need to define the components. So here it says components.header, and that's exactly it is, components and header.blade. So we need to get that. Now if I go here and refresh, you can see that we have navigation showing up there. So what do we need to do? We need to remove some things from here because we didn't want all those navigations as given by default. So let's correct that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in header.blade, and I'm going to remove a few links. So first thing first, we have here nav bar, it's saying. So here I'm going to say, right, and then here instead of home, I think home is fine. And what we need to do, we need to pass the URL. So we pass URL like this. So it's going to bring us to home page every time whenever we click. And then here we want a page for progress, and currently we don't have any route for it, so we'll be creating that. And another page I want is for upload. Other than that, we don't need any other pages, so we can remove all this. So these allies, we don't need these. We don't need search, so I'm going to remove search as well. Alright, go back there and refresh. So we have a lot of similar thing going on here. Alright, so on the home page, we don't want much on home page. It's just going to be, and the reason is basically because we can see that user can use the application while data is transferred. So I don't want to do anything on home page. So what I'm going to do here, I'm simply going to put some text, and just gonna copy and paste the text to save the time. So I'm just gonna replace this container div with this. And here we need to say nothing, it's Laravel badging, and we can upload multiple. So you can see that, simple, just the text. Alright, now let's deal with the upload. So we need to go to upload page, and there we will allow user to upload, because that's the main reason of this application. So for that we need to create a route and a controller. So let's do that. First we go to web here, and here I'm going to say first of all I'm going to remove the comment so we have more space, and here I'm going to say route, and I want to have a route. It's going to be upload. Alright, so when user goes here, user will see upload controller, and it's going to be a class, and there are going to be an index method which is going to be responsible for the view file. Now, so let's create the controller. So I go in terminal, and I'm gonna go cd desktop, and then cd laravel, as that's the folder name, and here I'm going to say php artisan and make controller. Alright, and we have an error. So okay, I missed the method. It's going to be a get method. Alright, so that's why it's giving the error. So we run the command again, it should be fine this time. So I'm going to clear the screen first and then run it, and we get the controller. So we can go in app and then http controllers, and there is upload controller. Now here I'm going to create a method for main page view, and it's going to be public function index, and it is going to return, and this index method will return a view which is going to be the upload view. So we need to create the file. So in the views directory here, I'm going to create two files. First going to be the upload.blade.php. Also we will be working on progress, so I'm just going to create that file as well. So it's going to be in the views directory as well. So it's progress.blade.php. Alright, so first in the upload.blade I'm going to say here upload, and in progress.blade I'm going to say progress, so that we can see that these files are loading. So I'm just going to close these two files, and here in web I'm also going to create another route. I'm just going to copy and paste it here like that, and at this time it is going to be progress, right? And for progress we use the same controller, as it's going to be dealing with the file upload, and the method going to be progress. So currently we don't have this method, so let's add it. So here simply for file upload process progress, and it's going to be public method as well, public function, and this is going to be progress. Exactly the same way this is going to return the view. We already created it, so progress. Alright, so we have these two files working, so one /upload and /progress. So in our header now we can tell that when user goes to these pages, show those files. So here we can say URL. If user goes to progress, so take user to this route, and if it goes to upload, then we want it to take to upload. Alright, let's see what happens. So we go back to home and it stopped. Okay, so I need to run PHP artisan serve. Somehow the server stopped, so now it is up again, and we refresh. We are back. Now if I click progress, we get a progress page, and upload controller does not exist. So this is happening because we haven't included it. If we web.php here on top, we need to say use app, then http controllers, and then upload controller. Now this should fix the issue. Refresh, we get progress, then we go to upload, we get upload. So yeah, these two are working. So let's deal with the upload. So we go across the home and header. All we need now is the upload.blade. So let's deal with that. Now in this file we need to create a form, and the rest of the content will be exactly like the home page. So I'm gonna first copy everything from here, close this, and paste here. So now if you see, we will have the header on top, and then we will have a div with the class of form, and then we have some text here. We don't need this text, we just need a form. So I create a form here so that it generates the token. Now we need to have a div, and div with the class of form group. Alright, in this form group we need to pass here an input with the class of form control. I want to give it a call MD6 so that it won't take complete width, and yeah, and also here on the form I will pass class row. So here this is not going to be type text, it's going to be type file, and we need to pass an ID as well, so that if we need to work with it. So CSV file, and then at last name, and I call it CSV file. Alright, now the same way we need to create another, and this time it's going to be a button. So I'm just going to copy paste here, and inside it we just want to change the type to submit, and the class to, we can say btn and btn info. I also give it a class of submit. That's a button. Now ID and name. So for now I'm just gonna make it empty. We don't need it for now. And here in the form we need to do some things here. First is action. So here we will be defining a route. We don't have a route currently, so we will be dealing with that. And also we need to pass here a method. So I'm gonna pass method post, and another thing we want to pass here is ink type, and that's going to be multi-part form data so that we can process the file. Now in action we need to pass here a route, so I say route, and we can pass here route name, and I'm going to show you how we can do that. So it's going to be process file. Alright, so this is the route. Now currently if I go and refresh, it's going to give us an error because we don't have this route. So if we see here, you can see that process a file not found. So we need to define this route. So let's do that. So we go to web.php, and here we define this route and for that I simply say here route and it's going to be again sorry, it's a post because we are posting here, and then I want here upload / file. Now our file controller, the main upload controller, will be dealing with everything here, so we can call it again upload controller class, and then we need to pass a method here, and I'm going to call this method upload file and store in database. A bit long. Now here we need to define a name, so at the end of this round we can pass name something like this. All we need to say name and pass the name. So we have process file, so this is the name that we are calling there, so in here, and now this is the route which is going to be called. So now we don't have this function, so let's create this function in here. Go here and say public function is gonna receive request, so say $request, and then here I also want to add the comment, and here we want to say great. Now here I want to use try statement, so that we, whenever we face error, we throw an exception. So here catch, it's going to be exception $e, and here I'm going to say log error $e. You can further put get message if you want to, something like this. But what I want to do, I want to pass it complete $e, or you can also pass dd so that you see the error. So we can do this too. Now, as we're using exception, and this is on top, we also need to pass a use log. So as we're using log, and now here we can deal with the upload. So let's see if this fires. So here I say dd here, and let's see, go back and refresh. Now if I do here select, I'm going to go inside the data, and I'm going to select 1000. So I select this file and then I hit submit. We get here, so that means we are going to this function, so we can deal with this. So for getting the file, what we need to do, we can check what we are getting from request. So here I simply say $request all, and now if I refresh, resend, we get a token as well as CSV file. If I open this, we have the data related to that file, so we can process our file from here. So what I do is simply remove this, and I'm going to say if $request, and we want to check has. So if it has, as we just saw that it does has the CSV file, so we can work. So this condition needs to be true in that case, and we will go inside this. So we have a file, then we want to do something. So we say data file name, and what is going to be $request, and we want to get CSV file, and we want to get its name. So we want to get, and to get the client original name. Alright, and this is how you take the file name. Then we need to move this file. So we say $request to move a file, I call the file first, and then I call move on it, and here I define the path. I simply say move it to public path. So this is a Laravel function, and here I say go inside uploads directory, and comma, then file name with this file name. So it is going to move the file there. Alright, and now there is a thing. When we upload the file, we should check it before if it is uploading, or so if it is there already, then don't upload it again. So what we can do in that case, we simply put a condition here. It's going to be if, and the file exists. So alright, this is the method, and what we want to pass here is we need to what we can do simply by just call here a variable. So I say $file with path, and here we want to call this public uploads, and then dot column, and at the end $file name. So if this exists, that means file is already there, so we don't need to upload it again, otherwise it is going to keep on uploading. So paste here, and I say if not there. So if file is not there, then move the file. Otherwise there is no need, because we already have the file, so we can get the extract the data straight away. Alright, so which should do the trick. So if I go back here and refresh or resend and go in Laravel, here we go in public, we have uploads, and there we have the employee with the 1,000 records, a CSV file. So now as we have file, next time when we run this function, it's going to check, okay, file is there, it's not going to upload it again. So for checking that, go back, submit again. So there should be only one file, so you can see that it didn't upload again. So we go back to the code. Now what we need to do, we need to get the data from it out of this file. So let's do that. And